Hi there, today I'm going to show you the ultimate twist you can make to perfect whichever SSK decrease you like to use. So what's the problem with the SSK decrease? It's often not as neat as the right sloping decrease, which is a knit two together, and we can see that on this sock here. So here I have a top down sock that I worked, and this is a lovely clean right slope which is using knit two together, and that always works fine, no problem. Now bear in mind this is before I change the way I do my SSKs. Look at that. Can you see all those wiggling about that happens on that line there? And that does hit a lot of people. So today I'm going to show you how I experimented with quite a few different SSKs and what I found about each of them. But also it's not about just what I found about them, it's how one extra little twist can improve any of them. Okay, so let's just have a quick look what I've got here. I've got 5 different methods along the bottom here. This first one is the traditional slip one knitwise, slip another one knitwise, and knit two together through the back loop. This one is a slip one knitwise, slip one purlwise, and knit two together through the back loop. The third one is one I came across recently, which I thought I'd try, which is slip one knitwise, move that stitch back to the left needle and knit the next 2 stitches through the back loop. Well, I'm not very impressed with that one, but hey. This one is a fantastic one, which I learned from Patty Lyons, which is what I tend to use all the time now, and it's called a one move SSK, and I'll be showing you that, and that's pretty neat. I thought I'd also try the older way that I used to do a left sloping decrease, which was slip one, knit one, pass the slip stitch over. So there you go, there's all 5 of those there. But then what I did was one little extra twist has improved each one of these. You can use what I'm going to show you on whichever SSK you like to use. So that one's looking much better, that one's improved. I still wouldn't use it, not that keen on it. This one is absolutely perfect now, Patty Lyons one, and this one is better as well. So what I'm going to do is show you this one, which is my second favourite, and this one, both with this extra little twist. And then, as I say, whichever SSK you like to use, and there are many others, you can add this extra little twist to improve it. So this is the example of a slip one knitwise, slip one purlwise type SSK with an extra little twist that I'm going to show you now. So I'm just going to knit up to where I do the SSK, which is going to be over these next 2 stitches here. So this one I'm showing you is you slip one knitwise, slip one purlwise, pop that left needle back through the front of those 2 stitches and knit them through the back loop. So that's no different. You may well have come across that already. Now the difference comes on, you're working flat on the return row if you're working in the round on the return row as well. And what you do is you purl to that stitch. If you're working flat, if you're working in the round, you would knit to that stitch. You can see that stitch quite clearly there. Let me just zoom in a little bit. It's got 2 different strands going across it. If you're not sure, just turn to the other side and you can see that that was the decrease. And all you do is purl it through the back loop. It's as simple as that. And carry on to the end. So if you're working in the round, you would knit it through the back loop. And that just makes such a difference, and it really doesn't show, particularly on the front, that you've worked that through the back loop. See how neat that is? So here's the one move SSK from Patty Lyons, all nice and neat, with that extra little trick that I showed you before. So let me show you how this works. She goes to a lot of effort to explain why it works. I'll leave that to her. She's much better at that than I am. I just want to show you how to do it. So we knit to where we're going to do our SSK, and that's over these next 2 stitches here. Now this is why it's a one move thing. You go to slip that knitwise, but you don't yet. You then take your needle round to the back and go into the second stitch from behind. Give that a little tug. It's that little tug that stretches the back stitch that makes this work. And then yarn round and through carefully, and then drop that first one off and give that second one another little tug. It really does make such a difference. And then carry on to the end. So now let's do the return row, same thing as I showed you before. The extra little twist is just going to make it that much better. So purl to where the double stitch is, which is here. This is my decreased stitch, and then purl that through the back loop. And as I said, if you're working in the round here, not backwards and forwards in rows, that would be a knit through the back loop, as when you're working in socks, for instance. Okay, let's have a look at that. Lovely. Look how neat that is. It really is wonderful. Now I'd love to hear from you about whichever method you like to use and whether this working through the back loop on the next row helps you or not. So let me know in the comments. See you soon.